You are breaking your own heart every single day. You just don't know it yet. And tomorrow morning, you will do it again. I know this for certain because I've seen it thousands of times, and I'm going to tell you right now, directly, without sugarcoating, what you are putting into your body in the most important minutes of your day and why it is slowly destroying you. My name is Haruko. I am 103 years old. I live in a small house in Okinawa, and I look you in the eyes when I say this. Every morning you eat dessert and you call it taking care of yourself. Tomorrow the alarm will ring, or maybe you'll wake up on your own, the way older people do, in the dark, in silence. You'll walk into the kitchen and reach for something sweet, cereal, toast, or a pretty yogurt with mountains on the label and the word healthy. You'll eat it and think you made the right choice, but you didn't. You just gave your body the command to start the day in a state of war. When I was 9 years old, my grandfather used to wake up before sunrise. He was a fisherman with hands like old wood and a back straight like a mast. Every morning he put the same pot on the fire, miso, seaweed, hot water with salt, sometimes cold rice, sometimes nothing, just hot water. He would go out to the sea and come back again and again until he was 98 years old. But then the beautiful boxes arrived, the advertisements, the smiling children, the voice on the radio saying that a modern mother chooses the best, and people started buying, proudly, without realizing what was really happening. This is what your body does while you sleep. It works non-stop. It repairs itself, removes toxins, regenerates cells. It performs a deep internal cleansing that it cannot do during the day. These are the most important hours. And then you wake up, and in that fragile moment, you hit it with a wave of sugar. And I'm going to tell you something you will never hear from a doctor. Your body does not distinguish between healthy cereal and a piece of cake. To your body, it's the same thing, a surge of sugar that forces it into panic, making it release everything it has just to survive. And then comes the crash, the heavy head, the irritation, the fatigue, and you go looking for more coffee, more sugar, more, because it's not an accident. It's a system designed to keep you tired, hungry, and dependent. I had a neighbor, Yoshiko-san, always impeccable. She was the first to buy those cereals. She once offered me some. They were sweet, yes, but the last time I saw her, she was in the hospital, her hands swollen, struggling to breathe, staring at the ceiling and saying that all her life she had tried to eat well. She was 74. And I said nothing then, but now I will, to you, while there is still time, because I made that mistake too. There was a moment in my life when I started choosing what was fast, what was easy, and I forgot my habits. And one morning, I couldn't get up. I had no strength. I thought it was old age, but it wasn't. It was my mornings. So I decided to change, to go back to what is simple, to what is real. It took me months, but I stood up again. Since then, every morning, I do the same thing. I stay in silence for 1 minute. No phone, no rush, just feeling my heart. Then I boil water. I drink warm water with sea salt. I wait. I don't eat immediately. I let my body finish its work. And only if I feel real hunger, I eat real food. Miso soup with tofu and seaweed, an egg, salted fish, soy with ginger. Food the body recognizes. And yes, I know what you're thinking, that you don't have time. But I raised children alone. I worked hard. I buried people I loved. And still, every morning, that pot was on the fire. Because I understood something fundamental. What you eat in the morning is not just food. It is an instruction to your body. You are telling it whether to prepare to live or to fight. And every morning filled with sugar over time becomes disease. It's not age, it's the result of repeated decisions. I don't need beautiful boxes or misleading labels. I have my pot, and that is enough. Because I don't live this long out of fear of death. I know it well. I live because every morning I choose to live. In that small gesture, in that minute of silence, in that simple meal. And now you have a choice too, because at the beginning I told you that you were breaking your own heart every day, and now you know how. So tomorrow, when you open your eyes, before you reach for something sweet, remember an old woman in Okinawa who cooked soup every morning for 80 years and is still here. Don't waste your morning on dessert. Your heart deserves something better.